on the card is Mallorca versus Granada, and you ask yourself, my God, there's got to be better teams to bet on, but this one looks like an absolute standout. Mallorca minus 105, Granada at plus 325, favoured a home side, under or over 2.5 goals, with the over 2.5 at plus 120. Everyone will also be interested in the draw at plus 235. Roman, Mallorca versus Granada, I favour the home side just because they are at home.
Yeah, I also favor the home side basically because of that. With recent coach Javier Aguirre, they've managed two results, which are 2 wins in the most recent games at home. And actually, there's been a sold out for this match. So, I mean, all the crowd is going to be by Real Mallorca side because they know it's a crucial game. It's 2 teams which are fighting to avoid relegation. So logic says that they should be capable of beating Granada. And also, let's not forget, Granada in their last 16 games have only managed 1 single win, and that was a 3-2 result against Alaves. Although, to be fair, with the new manager Aitor Karanka, who's barely been there for a couple of games, he's managed 2 draws, so they haven't still lost with him. And it's also true that Granada have a pretty good record against Real Mallorca. It's one of those teams where they tend to seem more comfortable, but of course, I think it's different circumstances, different stages of the season, and I ultimately think if you want to bet here, the safest way to go, if you want to favor one of the sides, is definitely Mallorca, because as you said, they're playing at home. It's where they get their points, because away they tend to be pretty poor, and we know that Granada isn't winning. They're really struggling to win those games, so that would make sense. And also maybe you think that both teams will go forward and try and get the goals. We might see a couple of or 3 of goals there too.
Yeah, the plus 120 on over 2.5 goals brings in that 2-1. Mallorca, listen, it looks like a 2-1 game for the home side. But, Pavlos, I think it'll be cagey early on because Mallorca don't want to be playing this game from behind. And Granada do not want to be going behind early. So I think the draw at half-time at minus 105 and then let them fight it out second half. So I wouldn't put anyone off. Most goals second half.
Yeah, could be definitely the case. As you guys said, this battle of the underdogs. It's a relegation battle and a huge one at that. I mean, Mallorca just 1 point above Granada and the relegation zone. So this is a kill or be killed match. And usually when we see that, all stats go aside. I mean, we do have some stats. We do have that these are 2 of the league's 3 worst defenses. So one would expect goals, and if this match was played a couple of weeks ago with Granada's previous coach, I don't think the line was going to be like that. I think there's going to be like at least 2 3/4 goals. Now, because we see so high odds on the over, because Granada, after the change in coach, they're coming off back-to-back unders. Of course, they took a goalless draw against Atletico Madrid on the road, and then they played for a 1-1 draw against Celta at home. So they might have shaped up their difference, which I doubt it in such a short term, in such a short time. So I believe that we'll see goals on both sides. This is a typical situation where, the draw doesn't do anybody any good. So both teams, even if they're down by 1 goal, they're going to still keep on fighting. So I believe this must start at 1-1. Quite possibly an over, but I think the best value lies in the both teams to score. Maybe we see a draw, because you never know with these 2 teams, but I think the over is also something very possible. We could even see, 3-4 goals in this match. In the reverse, we had like 5 goals. Granada, they won by 4-1. So yeah, I think goals from both sides is the way to play this, especially, since there's 2 teams that are fighting to avoid the relegation.
Yeah, I've got Mallorca winning the game 2-1, but I've definitely got the draw half-time, whether that be 0-0 or 1-1. Let's have a little look at the official picks for these 2 absolute dogs. You would only ever play Mallorca at home. You don't ever play Granada at home. Both teams to score, minus 105. Draw half-time, minus 105. So, we're happy with the 1-1 draw at half-time, and then don't care what happens second half.